are services that we offer. So today, this is the outline that we are going to go by. We are going to talk about what online marketing is, or what some of you refer to as digital marketing. We will talk about 5 steps or 5 key points that can help you do effective online marketing. So under these points, we are going to talk about content creation and SEO, or search engine optimization. We will talk about engagement, paid advertising, email marketing, and then data analytics. And then if you have whilst I'm going through these slides, if you have questions, please, you can jot down your questions, or you can write. I think, Dr. Raj, you can write your questions in the in the Zoom, right? Or it's after the whole thing that you can ask your question. Anyhow you want it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Q&A after your presentation.
Right. Excellent. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so this is a very big disclaimer. I am no expert. I am just sharing the little knowledge that I have. Okay, I'm no professional. I don't call myself a professional. I just try to, help out, by sharing my knowledge and everything. So what is online marketing, or what is digital marketing? Simply put, it's anything that you do online to get more eyeballs on you or your business, grab people's attention and hopefully at some point get them to buy from you. It's a very, very basic concept. All right, so 5 steps for effective online marketing, or 5 things you can do to, effectively do online marketing. So content is the new marketing, or as my boss, Kwame, the brand strategist, will always say, content is king. Without content, your personal brand or your business will not be able to grow that much, because everything is centered about content. So first of all, we talk about content and SEO, also known as search engine optimization. So you need to create the right message. Is your content clear, relevant, and interesting? I mean, if you are into, whatever business that you are into, you cannot just create any content. You cannot just be posting about any stuff just like that, right? So you need to, whatever you create, whatever you post on social media, whether you are blogging or whatever content that you create, it has to be clear, relevant, and interesting to the people who are, to your listeners or to your audience. Now, what's your message? Do your prospects really know what you do and how you can help them? With this, you can talk about your mission, your vision, why and how you do what you do, and how your products and services can help them achieve growth in their businesses. So what are some of the forms of content you can create? You can blog, you can create a podcast, you can make YouTube videos or make videos, and then you can also do social media posts, which I believe almost we all know about social media posts. So what are some of the common platforms for blogging? You can use Blogspot, Tumblr, WordPress, Medium. These are very common and basic, straightforward platforms. So the pros and cons of these simple platforms are, it's very easy to set up. You just have to, sign up, go to these websites, you sign up, and then you just start blogging. That's all, straightforward. So it's free, and then no technical skills needed. You don't need a web designer. You don't need anybody at all to, help you get started. So what are some of the cons to or disadvantages? They are not customizable. You cannot customize them to fit how you want. As in, you cannot like if you want to make modifications of how the things are looking like, how the interface looks like, and all that. Some of the functionalities, if you want to add different functionalities to your blog or anything like that, it's very difficult, and sometimes it is not even possible to do it. So that is what we talk about, limited functionalities. And then you cannot also use a custom domain. It is only available on premium packages. What I mean by a custom domain is you will when you create when you sign up with these platforms, they are going to give you like their own domain, like a very long domain, right? And then just ask you to add maybe a name to it. So it's going to be a very long domain. You don't I think you don't want that. If you want to use that platform, then that is what you are going to get. You cannot use a custom domain. You cannot just go and buy a domain from somewhere and just come and put it in there. If you want to use a custom domain, you have to sign up to their premium services. All right, so common platforms for, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Dr. Rice, I just saw a message. Just a second, please. All right. Common platforms for video sharing. Um, you can share your videos on YouTube. You can share your videos on Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, and all that. Common platforms for podcasts. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Overcast. These are all free platforms you can start using. Now, can your content be found by the right audience? Right, the content that you are creating, whether it's video, you are blogging or podcast or whatever, can your content be found by the right audience? So at this stage, we talk about search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization? Well, simply put, SEO is the process of getting your website or blog easily found on search engine result pages. What do I mean by search engine? What are search engines? Search engines are basically like Google, Bing, Baidu, etc. Right? You go to Google and then you type in a keyword or you search for something and then it brings out a result. Now the results which comes out, right? That list of results which comes out, that is what we call the search engine results pages. Now maybe most of you haven't really paid attention, but then these pages are of like there's about 1 to about 10 different pages, but I think almost everyone gets their results within the first page. I think the first 3 or 4 results that pops up. So that is SEO for you. But most of the times, SEO is mainly for websites or blogs. That is where we do SEO. So optimize your content to get found. Basic SEO. With SEO, there's about 3 things that we can do with SEO. There's technical SEO, there's on-page SEO, and then there's off-page SEO. For basic level, I'm going to just talk about on-page SEO because the other stuff you might need a technical person like a web designer, web developer to do that. So for basic SEO, you need to create short and related post title, right? Before you create, let's say you are blogging about something, right? You want to blog about best hotels in Wuhan or best cupcakes, best cupcake in Wuhan, right? You create a post title. You first create a title before you create your content. So you need to make sure that your title is very short and related to the content that you want to create. And we talk about keywords and key phrases. Let's say the title of your post is best hotels in Wuhan, okay? Now, the keywords in this are, let's say, hotels, Wuhan, right? You can use these 2 as keywords. And then the key phrases, you can use best hotels as a key phrase. You can also use hotels in Wuhan as a key phrase. And then you can also use Wuhan hotels as also a key phrase. So keyword density. Now, what this means is that the content that you are creating, let's say if it's about 800 to 1,000 words, right? After you've written your title and then you are creating the actual content, the body of the content, you need to make sure that the keywords and key phrases are being repeated in the content at least 6 to about 10 times within the content, but they must look natural, okay, to the readers. So the more you repeat the keyword and then the key phrases in the content, the more Google or other search engines will feel like, oh yes, your content is very relevant. So people are paying more attention to it, and it's also going to help you, rank a bit. We talk about images with alternative names. Now, I'm sure most of you have been visiting people's blogs or articles, or even on CNN and what those news pages. When you visit their pages and sometimes you are reading through the content, you realize that there are images in between these contents. Now, these images actually have titles. We assign names or titles to it. So you don't just give them names, any name at all, but then you use the keywords or the key phrases to name these images. And then realize that on Google, sometimes when you are searching for something on Google, it also brings up some images also, I think on the second row or so. So that is how come these things happen. And we also talk about traffic. Traffic is basically getting more visitors to your website. So the more you get more visitors to your website, the more your Google is going to think your website is relevant, your website or blog is relevant. So let's rank it a bit higher. All right, so let's talk social media. I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this point. We talk about point 2, which is engagement. Now, whatever contents that you create, whether it's products, whether you have an e-commerce website or you have a blog or whatever it is, it's about your business or whatever, you need to share your content on various social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, etc. Right? Now, you need to listen and respond and reply to comments. When people leave comments under your post, okay, you need to respond to them like swiftly, as soon as possible, right? And then you have to be very polite and all that. You don't wait, you don't see a comment and you wait for like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours to, engage with the comments. And especially on WeChat to WeChat, I see a lot of people doing that. Sometimes most of you are having clients, if most of you have been selling products, I think you are all familiar with this kind of things. Someone will message you or someone will call you. You see the comment, you see the message or you see the text or you see the call, and then you put your phone away. And you'll be like, oh, let me wait for an hour or two or something like that. And then you respond to it. And that is very bad for your brand. Okay, you shouldn't do that. You should always engage, keep your clients engaged. Okay, so whenever they need something, whenever they comment on your post on social media, even on WeChat or wherever, you have to, be there to answer as quick as possible. You have to be there. Now, you need to join communities, forums around your niche. When I say your niche, I mean your interest, what your business is about or what you are doing, whatever your personal brand or your business is about. That is your niche. Okay, so in joining communities, you can go to Facebook, places like Facebook. Facebook is a very easy place to find communities or forums. You just search whatever niche that you are into. If you are into, let's say, cupcakes, or you are into yoga, you are into weight loss, just search in Facebook, right? You can find a lot of groups who are doing this kind of stuff. Now, whatever business that you are into, you have to. When I was starting Kingscel in 2018, right? That is, it is these types of forums that helped me kickstart my business, because I had little knowledge about what I was going to do, even though I had a passion for what I was going to do. But then I needed more insight to understand what the whole technical stuff is about, because my business is a lot more technical. So I needed a lot of insight to get kickstarted. So I looked for a lot of Facebook platforms, which I found. I joined about 10 or so, about 10. So I was, if you're a shy person, just like myself, right? You can decide not to comment, or you can decide not to post anything in those groups. You can just pay attention in those groups. People are going to post their stuff, their problems, their issues and whatnot. People are going to ask questions, and trust me, people are also going to answer them. So whilst you are there, you can be paying attention, learning a whole lot of stuff. Sometimes you might feel you know a lot about your business, but when you get to meet a lot of people, or when you get to see what other people are also doing around your niche, you realize that you have a lot to learn. So these kind of forums can also help you. Again, you can also use Google. You can just type maybe forums, or just search for forums or communities around your niche, maybe communities or forums around weight loss. You can find a lot, and then you can join, and then you can participate in those forums. Now, get listed in directories, whether you have a website or you don't have a website. Okay, whatever business that you are into. If you are selling locally, right? In China here, there's AndyNet directory, which I'm also listed there. It was built by my homies at D-Flesh Creatives. AndyNet directory is more for foreigners doing businesses in China. So if you have a business, you can list your business there. So if any foreigner needs any services or products, he can just go there and then search whatever service that he wants, and then your profile might pop up. Whether it's you are doing it in China or you are doing it elsewhere, if you are doing it in your country, you can easily find, or just Google about business directories in your country, and then you can find something and get listed there. I will talk about reviews and customer service. Now, you guys have to take note about this. Reviews and customer service. This is a very key point that can help your business grow a lot. If you have been visiting other people's websites and reading the About Us page and all that stuff, you realize that most people will talk about customer service, leveraging on customer service. Customer service is very, very key, because it helps you understand if your business is doing very well with your customers or not. Because if your customers are happy, definitely they are going to recommend your services to other people. Imagine if, let's say, you're on WeChat, right? Most of us, we do a lot of business on WeChat. Imagine you have a client, right? And then your client, you are not being polite with your client and all that, even though your client doesn't want to leave you. Do you think if his friend comes to him that he wants your service, he's going to recommend your services to him? It is very rare for him to do that, because definitely there are going to be other competitors. He's going to tell a friend that, oh yes, I'm with this provider, I'm with this service provider, all right. But due to this kind of problems that I've been having with him, I recommend you also look for a different person. It happens. If you have a website too, you can start taking reviews. Okay, you can start taking reviews. Let me show you something quick here. Sorry. All right, hold on a bit. Just a second. All right, so I hope you guys can see what you guys can see this website, right? Okay,
Yes,
if you ask, all right, so this is my website, all right? Now, when you are scrolling down, you can see there's a review tab just at the left side here. When you click on it, you see the reviews are going to pop up, right? Now, when people visit my website, before they buy from me, especially if they don't know me, they don't know my services, and they just came across my services, they are going to, a lot of people read about this stuff, right? Because I get people who contact me, they tell me they've read about my reviews, they like the way my reviews are going. They hope they are not like, they are not paid reviews, as in like paid people to come and write for me. And I tell people, oh no, I didn't do that. It's the clients who are actually coming to write this kind of reviews. So people actually pay attention to these reviews. Okay, so whatever business that you are into, if you have a website, you should look at integrating reviews in your website. If you're not having a website, but you have you do Facebook, you have Facebook, right? There's a Facebook page that allows you to share, take reviews from your client. So you can also use that, and you can just ask your client to, just go there and then leave the reviews, because it helps a lot. People don't just buy services from you. They want to trust you, right? First of all, they are competitors all around the world. So before they can trust you, they want to know what people are saying about you. All right, so make the most of your advertising money or advertising dollars. Make the most of your advertising money or advertising dollars. So we are going to talk about paid advertisements. Now, common platforms for paid advertisements or advertising. We have Facebook and Instagram. Now, Facebook owns Instagram. So if you run ads on Facebook, you can just decide to, it's just an option. You can just take it to include Instagram or not. So if you include Instagram, whatever ads that you run on Facebook, they are also going to be displayed on Instagram at the same time. Okay, so what I'm referring to as ads is adverts. When I say advertisements, I mean ads. Okay, and then you can also do advertisement on Google and YouTube. Google also owns YouTube now, so when you run ads on Google, automatically you'll be seeing it on YouTube. You can decide not to show it on YouTube. That is up to you. They also have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a platform that is actually meant for B2B businesses and co. It's the advertisement services are very, 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 very expensive. They are the most expensive platform, so I would not recommend it for people. TikTok too has introduced a paid advertisement, so you can, if let's say you are into, let's say, weight loss, or you're into this gym stuff, this yoga stuff. I mean, you can just pick up your phone and then in the morning just record maybe 30 seconds or 50 seconds on what exercise you're about to do and all that. Then you can simply advertise it on whether TikTok or Snapchat. Then we talk about featured article. Whether you have a website or you don't have a website, it doesn't matter. What you can do is you can talk to these news channels or magazines or bloggers, right? You pay them some amount of money. They are going to write an article about you, whether it's a review article or just an article about your business, and then you can share it among your friends, and you can also ask them, the bloggers, to also share it, because trust me, people pay attention to this kind of stuff, and it's also going to help. So these are the types of Google ads that you can run. If you want to run ads on Google, there's search ads, there is display ads, there's shopping, there's video, there's universal. Now let me show you. Let me show you what these are. Just a minute. All right, so I hope everyone can see what I'm seeing right now. Can you all see?
Yes.
All right, so Let's say I search for best label company, right? You see, there's a lot of results here. Now, whenever you search for something on Google and you realize there's AD right here, AD in front of this, that means it's an ad. Someone has bought the space to advertise over there, right? Now, you are going to ask, why is Google ranking this person's ads number 1 and this person ad number 2, number 3, number 4? What it means is that this person is practically paying more. That is why his ad is ranking number 1, and then this person is paying. It follows like that. So if you search for something on Google and then you see AD right here, it means the person is running search ads. Okay, and there's also display ads. Display ads are like when you go to Facebook, right? Okay, so when you go to Facebook and you run, when you go to YouTube, right, and then you see sometimes on the far right end, right, when you're watching a video on the far right end at the top there, you see that there's maybe a banner or something there advertised. There's some sort of advertisement going on like a banner. That is what display ads are about. And then we talk about shopping. Shopping is like this is how shopping looks like. This is how shopping look like. You can see right here, it says sponsored. It says sponsored right here. Right, when you type something on Google and then it brings up stuff like this, it means people have actually paid for ads, to pay to run ads for their shop. Let's say those who are having e-commerce, it goes best for those who are having e-commerce website, those who are selling products and all whatnot. So these are some of the examples of how the shopping ads are going to look like on Google. And then we have and then we also have video. Now, when you are watching YouTube videos, right? When you're on YouTube and you're watching videos, sometimes you watch the video for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes and then it pauses and then some awkward video just kicks in. That means whatever video that kicks in, right? That means that person has paid Google to advertise their video. That is how come you are seeing those videos on YouTube. So those are video ads. And then we talk about universal app. Universal app is like it's also just like the display ads, but then it will tell you to download, click to download or install the app. That is what it is. So this is the types of Facebook or Instagram ads that you can run. There's brand awareness, there's rich traffic, and a whole lot. Now with brand awareness, let's say you are new on Facebook, right? You just created a new page, a new page for your business, or you have been in existence, but you don't have a lot of page likes and whatnot. But you want a lot of people to like your page and all that. So you can create a campaign with brand awareness. Then Facebook is going to advertise your page to a lot of people. So people are basically just going to click on the like page. That is what that is what is going to happen. So when you visit a Facebook page, right, and you see, let's say they are having like 10K followers, or they are having 10K likes, or they are having let's say 1 million likes, but then you realize that when they post something on their page, they have like 2 likes and 3 likes. It means the person was running brand awareness ad. Now there's also reach. Reach is just like the awareness, but with this, it goes with post. It mostly goes with post. So you can share an article, then you want to run like a product or an article, and you want to run ads for reach. What it means is that Facebook is going to show your post to a whole lot of people, the maximum number of people, right? And it's just going to show it to a lot of people, and these kind of people are not really going to engage with your content. They are just going to see the content, but then they're not going to click on likes or comment or whatever. Then there's also traffic. Traffic is what I do, and that is what most people do. That is actually the best. Traffic goes for when you have a website and you want to drive people to your website to come and see what you do and all that, maybe your products or your services. You want to drive people to your website. Basically, if you have a website, this is the type of advertisement I would recommend you do on Facebook. So with traffic, you post, you copy a link from your website, maybe a post title or a page, and then you post it on Facebook, your Facebook page, and then you run the ads for traffic. So when you run the ads for traffic, people are actually going to click on the link and then come to your website to see it. I'm sure most of you have been seeing that on Facebook when you are scrolling through. All right, so we talk about engagement. Engagement is all about, if you want to run ads and then you just want people to like and comment and share. That's all you want. You don't want to add a link to to a website or whatever. You just want people to like, comment, and share. You can do engagement. There's also app installs. If let's say you have a new app, you want a lot of people to get to know about your app, so you can advertise it, and then people can click a direct link to go and install maybe in the Play Store or maybe Apple Store. There's also video views. Sometimes when you're watching videos on Facebook, you realize that it pauses at some point and then another video kicks in, like a short 3 seconds or 5 seconds or even 10 seconds video kicking before it continues. Those are all video views. There's lead generation. Lead generation is like, I don't know if some of you have come across this on Facebook, but it's like someone is running ads and then you see that the person is requesting for your name and setting info, maybe your contact info, like your email and then your phone number. Those are all lead generation. And then messages. Messages are also like when you create ads for ad campaigns for messages, what it means is that people are not going to leave people are not going to leave the Facebook to go to your WhatsApp, your website or anything, but they're actually going to leave a message to your Facebook page, right? So you can respond from your Facebook page. So they don't need to leave Facebook, but then they just have to click a button like to message you directly into your messenger. So that's about it. And then there's also conversions, catalog sales, and store traffic. Store traffic is just like when you it's just like the shopping for Google when you want to run for your shop. And then conversions are like they're just also mainly for shops and all that. All right, so this is the structure of paid ads. Most of the platforms, this is the structure they use, right? This is how the algorithm looks like, whether it's Google or it's Facebook or what's not. This is like the basic structure. Now the campaign. The campaign is where you create what I just talked about, where you create the engagements, the traffic and what's on. This is where you determine what type of campaign you want to run. And then you can create ad sets. The ad set is where you set your budget. This is where you determine which audiences you want to target. You can decide to target like certain demography, like maybe you can decide to target people within the ages of 24 to maybe 40 years. You can decide to target maybe people within a certain job sector, people who have been engaging with fashion posts only, people who have been, a whole lot of stuff. So this is where you determine that kind of stuff in, that is the ad set stage. And then you come down to ads. This is where you actually create the ads that you want to run. So whatever ads that you want to run, this is the final stage is where you create the ad. So most people, like beginners, don't know about this structure. Okay, so what they do is they just create one campaign, one ad set, and then one ad, and then they think they are done. The disadvantage of that is if you create one campaign with one ad set and then one ad, what it means is that you will not be able to understand if your ad is performing very well or it is performing very worse at all. But if you create a campaign, you need to create ad set, like you need to duplicate the ad sets, maybe 2 or 3 ad sets. And then under each ad set, you can create 3 or 4 or even 5 more ads under these ads. Now, what is going to happen is if you're running ads for like a whole month, right? After 1 week or after 2 weeks, you can visit your reports page and then you realize that some of the ads are not performing very well. Some, maybe you are looking to reach at maybe 1 million clicks. You want to get 1 million clicks. You realize that maybe the first ad is getting maybe 300 clicks. The second ad is getting about just 2 or 3 clicks. And then the fourth ad is getting maybe about 300 or 400 clicks, right? So you will have to optimize the ads to, for better performance. So the ads which are not performing well, you can decide to remove them or replace them, or, just remove them and then you have just 2 ads. So this is the main structure of the ads. Maybe on a different section or a different webinar, we can actually do the practical aspect. But today we are just going to talk about it. So this is how the structure looks like: the campaign, multiple ad set, and then multiple ad. Now, email marketing still works. Email marketing, it still works. So email marketing, what is email marketing? Now, when you visit people's blogs like news channels and co, right, people's websites, even e-commerce websites and all that, you realize that they have a small form, like just a small form. They'll ask you to subscribe. You know, you put in your email and you click on subscribe. What happens is that there's a list, right? There's a list. So when you put in your email and then you click on subscribe, it sends your email to, to be included on that list for the owner of that business. So anytime there's a new update, let's say there's a new product update, I upload a new product, or I post a new, let's say I'm a blogger, I post a new content, right? That is how come you get it in your email. You realize that you'll be getting emails from certain people, then they'll be telling you there's a new blog post up or there's a new product. Kindly go and check it, right? This is how you do it. Now there's what we call email automation. And this is the best tool to use is MailChimp. That is the best tool in the industry we use for email automation. What happens with this is that if, let's say, you have about 100 to 500 people subscribing to your content, right? Anytime you upload something, you cannot be sending the emails like one by one. It's going to be hectic. So what you need is a tool like MailChimp. So when people subscribe to your blog, MailChimp is being integrated to the form, a subscriber form. So when people put their email there, it sends their email to MailChimp on their list, right? So anytime you upload a new product or a new content, MailChimp automatically generates we call it a campaign. We also call it a campaign. It generates a campaign, or like something like a nice message, email message, and then it forwards it to your entire list. So if you have 500 people, what is going to happen is that all these 500 people are going to get the same email notification at the same time, telling them that there's a new blog post up or there's a new content up. So that's all about email marketing. And then you need to understand who, where, and how your clients or your customers define you. So we are going to talk about data analytics. This is another key point that you need to focus on. So, for your business to be very successful, I always tell people you have to be very cautious about two things: data analytics and then customer service. Data analytics helps you understand who your customers are, know where they are coming from, know how they find you, understand how and which your marketing strategies are working. Let me show you a quick something very quick here. Right, so can you all see this dashboard? I don't know if you can all see this dashboard.
Yeah.
Can you see the dashboard with the analytics on top there? Like, or am I the only one seeing it? All right, so here's how the analytics dashboard looks like. So basically, you can tell which country people are coming from to your web. If you have a website, this best works for you. You can tell which country they are coming from. You can tell which articles or which product pages they are visiting. It's a bit technical, very technical. So this is something meant for your technicians, or let me say your web designers. You have to leave it to your web designers to generate. At the end of the day, they will generate a report for you, and then maybe they will send it to you. Okay, so that is how analytics looks like. All right, so when you are running Facebook ads or Instagram ads or whatever, there's also that analytics dashboard. So you can just check the reports, and then you find out that these specific ads are performing very well, these specific ads are not performing well, and then you can determine and then tell that, oh, let me cut off this ads, or let me add a new ad, so let me change the campaign to a different type of campaign, to know which best works. All right, so this is basically what I have for you today. So any questions for me?
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kingscel, for that presentation. There are so many, so many information that I've never thought of. Personally, I would say I've never thought of it to be that way.
Mm. Feel free to ask questions.
Yes, please feel free to ask question at this point of time. If you have any question, please just mute your mic and ask your question. And when you're asking your question, it's better to ask based on your business so that when he's responding to you, his answer will be able to fit in your very demand.
Oh, okay. I can see someone was asking the name of the directory in China. It is called Andinet. Andinet directory. Let me type it here for you. You can just search it on Google. You'll find it. Andinet directory. So most of you having businesses in China, right? Most of you doing businesses selling product. You can go there and then sign up and then put your product there.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Okay. Did you send it in the group?
Yeah, I just typed it at the chat site.
Ah, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was built by my homies at D-Flex Creatives. Very wonderful guys. Experienced web designers and brand strategists.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This is Robert. Thank you for the webinar, for the wonderful presentation. My first question is, I want to know more about the background of the chairman. Can you give us your background in terms of what you presented? Which kind of technical skill did you acquire before building all these businesses that you presented?
I can't hear you very well. You said what skills did I do? What? Come again?
I mean, which kind of technical skill did you acquire before running your businesses? I don't know if it's your normal background or you went to get a particular training aside your.
Oh, okay.
I want to know which skills did you get before running your.
All right. So basically, I'm in the field of computer science. All right. So and then my main study is network and server administration. So when I was starting my web hosting, I started with web hosting and then the web design. Now, I believe basically every computer science student learns about programming at the basic stage, right? So when I actually started building websites from 2015, right? So in 2018, when I came to China, I decided to, I was managing about 4 or 5 websites. So I decided to, start my own web hosting and then email registration. So I don't need to, call people, because sometimes you call people and then you have problems with the website and then, your customers will be on your neck. There will be a problem and then people are not reluctant. Definitely reluctant to, help you. So that is when I decided to, start my own business. So with web hosting, okay, you need to have at least server knowledge, a bit of server knowledge, and then you should know more about website, because when you upload your website on the servers, okay, sometimes you might have technical difficulties. So if you understand server administration a bit, it is going to be easy for you. But there's nothing wrong with if you don't have any technical knowledge. You can easily start learning from YouTube. Okay, whatever you want to learn. I want to say this very clearly. Whatever it is that you want to learn, even if you want to start learning digital marketing. Now, if you want to start digital marketing, there's let me copy a very quick link and share here for you. There's Google is running a free digital marketing course. You can all sign up to it, and then it's a very good course, which I recommend for everybody to. I'm sharing this quick link here for you.
Maybe you can share it on the WeChat group as well, since on Zoom might not stick there after the call.
All right. I'll share here and also share it in the group too. I just shared it there. Yeah. All right. So I hope I've answered your question for you. Anything at all you want to learn on, if you want to start whatever technical business you want to start. My sort of business is, as you can see, it's very technical. It is not something you can just talk about theory stuff and then just go away. It is very technical. So if you want to learn whatever business you want to do, if it is technical, you can start learning about it. You don't need to go for certification courses like paid certification and all that. If you have the budget, you can start with that. That is all right. Whether it is programming or web design, whatever it is you want to start, you can just hit YouTube. Just go to YouTube. Just type whatever it is you want. You get a whole bunch of resources to start with. I'm also available to I can recommend certain channels for you depending on what you want to learn. Right? If it is concerning web design or web hosting, domain registration, and whatnot, I can also help you out. And I also do email hosting. So let's say if you have a business, right? If you have, let me use OBTC as an example, right? Let's say if OBTC doesn't have a website, right? Let's say if OBTC doesn't have a website, but they need a corporate email, maybe they need something like info@obtc.com or obtc.com, to communicate with their clients, or international people and all that, international business partners and all that, to send emails on their behalf, right? That is, I also do that. So I will just create email hosting for you. You don't need a website, and then you can just be, using that email to, share stuff with your partners and all that. I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah, you answered well. My last question, the second question is, I want to know, can you give us more details about how do you make money?
How I make money? All right, that's a very fantastic question.
I like the question.
I also like the question. Yeah, Dr. Rice, do you mind if I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I like the question. Can I share now? I think I've been disabled as the co-host.
Oh, Catherine, can you allow him to share the screen?
I think he can still share because he is the.
All right. I've seen it.
Yeah.
That is a very fantastic question you just asked. All right, can you see this screen? This is my main website. All right, you can see this is my website. Now you can see my prices are here, right? My prices of web hosting. This is basic web hosting. I also have domains and whatnot. Now I invest a lot in business automation. Okay, I've automated everything on my side. So with web hosting and domain registration, email hosting, and all that, you don't need to practically text me or reach out to me, for me to activate the service for you or to send me money. It's just it's nothing like reach out the way people sell products. You have to DM them, send them the money, and then they send you the product. And there's nothing like that. Everything is automated. You come to the site, you select the product, you choose your domain, you get to the checkout page, just make payments, right? You make payments and everything is activated for you automatically. Because I use automation tools, a lot of automation tools that I use. So I can decide to travel to Bali or Sanya, spend the whole week there, leave my laptop home, and I'll still be making money. You understand? I hope that answers your question for you.
I saw Steve is smiling.
Yeah. Okay, hello.
He is my homie. I know he's going to laugh. And also with web design, with my web design, with Kingscel, okay, my web hosting is the main focus, the main business that I do, and then the web design is like the secondary. So even on my social media handles, you realize that I don't share much about web design. Even on WeChat, I'm sure sometimes people have questions. I don't share anything about web design or anything. The reason is that my web design service, I like it to be, based on recommendation. When people recommend my services, that is how come. Because with that, I don't need to talk.
Hello? Who can't hear you? Hello? Mr. Rice, Dr. Rice, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think
his internet is not steady now. Looks like he's in start.
Yeah.
Can you call him?
Yeah.
Thank you for all you listening, and let's give our speaker a few minutes.
Okay, no problem. We can wait for him for a few minutes or so. Oh, okay. I think it's back.
All right, I think he is trying to join in again. So while we're waiting for him, so how about we can share our business here? Then
All right, I'm here now.
Oh, welcome back.
All right, sorry, and I think the network had a bit of an issue. So, Steve, I'm here, okay?
Yes.
All right, so I hope I've answered the question for you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, you are answering the questions. I want. You didn't mention the advertisement. Do you make money with advertisement? Because I read online that most of the web designers, like and app designers, like Facebook and all these websites, they make money by advertisement. But you didn't mention advertisement.
Exactly. As I said earlier on, I went into digital marketing in 2019, and that is when 2019 December. That is when I registered WJAD. So I can even show you my certificate for digital marketing. I just registered in December. Then the coronavirus kicked in. I actually had an opportunity. I had an opportunity to do digital marketing for a Chinese company, KSTH Labels. I think if Dr. Rice will remember, I was asking for clarifications from you, contracts and all that some time ago. If Dr. Rice will remember.
Yeah.
That was, I had a contract in February, okay, to do for a Chinese native firm to do digital advertising. You know, the Chinese, they cannot use Facebook much and all that. So they contracted me, and then they wanted me to do the advertisement for them. But due to how the coronavirus hit the global, or let me say, the international world, we had to pause. They contrasted, and we had to pause. So we couldn't continue. I don't know, maybe after the pandemic, the whole pandemic thing, maybe you will start from there. But I do perform digital marketing for my business. Most of the digital marketing that I do paid advertising. Paid advertising is what I do a lot for my own business. That is what I do a lot. So I use Facebook and I use Google too. Google I use a lot. If you are selling products, right? If you are selling products to, let's say, your country people, I think Instagram will be one of the best platforms to use. Instagram and Facebook will be one of the best platforms to use.
Okay, I have just a question. Maybe since most of the people are here in China when they do business, especially for the small businesses, because we should agree that most of the foreigners, they are not really doing maybe on the scale of a very big corporation, but only small businesses, and they rely mainly, let's say, on WeChat for those who are sitting within China, and also on WhatsApp for those who have maybe maybe international clients, Facebook as well. But let's focus maybe on WeChat. So do you have some suggestions how they can effectively do their digital marketing using WeChat as a platform? I see that mainly people use this way of opening a group and adding people who are interested in their product. And then with time, they just realize that maybe people, they're even muted there with the group itself. So what could be your advice so they can be able to really advertise effectively and not only maintain the client that they have, but also grow it?
Exactly. All right. First of all, if you are using WeChat, which I know most of us are using, right? I see a lot of people making a lot of mistakes. Okay, what they do is in those groups, they have been spamming their content, like their product. They are always posting their product with every day someone is posting a discount. Every day someone is posting a discount. You see, we are all human beings. Okay, the more you see stuff like that, you're going to get bored with it. You might not even pay attention to it. All right. So you don't need to spam people like that. The last time I was just there, I don't know what one lady got my contact. I think she got it from one of the pages, one of the groups or so. She added me and then she didn't even say hello. She just went on and sent me a group link. So I didn't even bother to open the group link, but I don't even know what it's about. I was there the next day. She sent me the link again. She sent it about 3 or 4 times, right? And I told her, please don't send this link again. If I need your service, I'll just let you know. So spamming is something you have to avoid. Okay, you have to avoid. Fine, it is okay to post your product in those groups once in a while. It is all right to post. And then you should not always be posting about discounts and here and there and that. You can talk about your product, how your product can help people. And then one thing to have to focus on, right? If you have clients already, right? Reach out to them when you deliver your product to them. All right, reach out to them. Maybe you use the product in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. Reach out to them. Ask them for a review. Okay, don't feel bad if they give you a bad review. Bad reviews are good. Me, I like critics. Okay, so because critics is what is going to help you grow your business. If people talk bad about your business, they are trying to tell you that this is the space you need to improve on. Okay, so focus on taking customer reviews. I see a lot of people starting to do that on WeChat. They screenshot the stuff that their customers say and then they post it on their moment. That is one way to go. Trust me, it always helps. So in those groups that you are joining, you can also be posting some of these reviews about your products to them. It also helps. So reviews is like number 1. And also, as I said earlier on, you need to pay attention to your customers or your clients. All right. If you are selling products, let's say you are selling food. I mean, your clients someone cannot text you or call you around 1 a.m. and say, hey, I want to buy food or I want to buy a sneaker, right? That one, it's bad. No one should even touch it, right? But if you are into such a business like mine, or let's say Deflex, let's say in web design, you are into like web design, web posting, something technical, right? You anytime someone reaches out to you, you have to be there. It doesn't matter the time you have to. You can't say, I mean, if my client calls me and then tells me, hey, my website is down, someone is trying to make a purchase, there's a problem. If he calls me around 2 a.m., I can't say, bro, I'm sleeping, wait for 8 a.m. before I can fix the problem for you. I can't do that, all right? And then if you are selling products, like the basic product that we use every day, the sneakers and what's not, fashion shirts and what's not on WeChat, I mean, it's very awkward for someone to text you around 3 a.m. and say, I want to buy a shirt. No one is going to do that, right? It's okay to, feel relaxed about that. But then when your clients text you within the day, right, in good hours, you should be there for them, right? You shouldn't see your client's message and then put your phone somewhere and then reply like 1 hour. I don't know the type of impression people are trying to create for their clients to show their clients that they are busy or what. But it is bad because people don't have time, they will just go and ask someone else. There are competitors all over. So you might think that you are just the only person. No, don't think like that. Definitely, he is going to ask someone else. So that is some of the tips that I want to talk about.
Well, thank you so much. I think there's something we need to remember this half of the year, because also this webinar is the 5th one on the schedule that we have made for this year, and we can clearly see that all that we said is all connected with what Deflex Creatives is doing. And we are very blessed and very to have Mr. Kwame also joining us this morning. So thank you so much for
also, let me chip in something. If you are struggling with your business, okay, if you are struggling with your business, whatever business that you are into, you can contact Kwame, okay? It's a very good strategy. It will help you, structure your business very well so you can get, because it's really good. You have to follow his contents too. It's on YouTube and everywhere, podcasts and all that. So he's really doing well. So you have to reach out.
Mr. Kwame, we have heard that the advertisement have gone already out.
Yeah,
like Mr. Kwame doesn't need
the best brand strategy to
have. Okay, I would like to say something. I hope maybe, if possible, together with the Deflex Creatives, I really like one concept that you have shared this morning, which has to do with how you can automate all your services, especially for the online, like your website and everything, how you drive your clients in and all the payments. If it's possible, maybe you could also give us a webinar on such kind of system. Because as you said again,
example of what? Come again. I can give you what?
You mentioned that your website is automated in a way that a client can come in and make all the payments and everything is done automatically, right?
Exactly.
So if it's possible to arrange for us a webinar that will teach people how they can do that, not only by themselves, but also how it works, so that when they come to you for the service, they know exactly what they're expecting. Because whether we want it or not, with the outbreak, there's a shift in the way things are done. There's a major shift on it. Okay. So whether you have a small business or a big business, as long as you know that you can go sleep and your website is making money for you, you can rest assured.
Yeah, but let me quickly chip in something. All right, with the automation aspect, you can basically automate almost everything, but some part of the automation comes after the payment. I think most of the automation aspect comes after the payment. Now, the payment integration, if you don't have technical knowledge, you'll have to either reach out to maybe me or maybe Kwame or the guys at Deflex or even me, right, to do those kind of stuff for you. You cannot do those stuff yourself. So even if I'm to talk about it, I don't know how to teach how you can, do it yourself. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So that aspect, it has to be done by a technical person, right? But we can talk about the rest. Yeah. Because with my services, most of the automation comes after the payment.
Exactly. That's what I said, that it's not that to teach people how to do it, but you can show them how it works so that when they come to you for the service, they know what's going to happen as they come to you for the service. And I also wonder if that's also possible for WeChat platforms. I don't know if WeChat has such kind of way of running itself, but I think on WeChat it has to be a payment by maybe WeChat wallet or on Alipay, so it has to be on the website, right?
Let me say something about WeChat and Alipay. WeChat and Alipay integration is very difficult. If my brother from Deflex Creatives will tell you, WeChat and Alipay integration is very difficult. It's difficult, like as compared to the other payment processing platforms. I don't know why they've made it so difficult. I mean, you need to go through a whole lot of processes and all that, to even get it to be integrated. Now, first of all, before you can integrate any sort of payment processing, you need to have a business license. All right, and then it depends on where your business license is coming from. If it is coming from China, there are only specific platforms or specific payment processors that you can use. Right, but if you're coming from, let's say, your country, let's say Kenya, you're coming from Congo, you're coming from Ghana, you're coming from Zimbabwe, South Africa, there are other platforms from maybe the African let me say, continent, right, that will allow businesses from Africa to register with them. So it all boils down to this kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. So,
Steve, do you have a question for me?
Okay.
I think maybe this.
Thank you, Mr. Kingscel.
All right. Yeah, Kingscel.
Sorry, I'm not good at pronunciation people's name.
That's all right.
Thank you. So thank you for this wonderful and interesting training. It's really helpful and interesting. And also thank you all your participants joining our webinar. So this is OBTC. I'm Catherine, and the shareholder, and also the one of the founder of OBTC, which is Our Blessing Technology Consulting Limited Company. And Dr. Rising is my partner, who is the CEO of our company, and the International Business Corner is the training corner. We are focusing on cooperating with professors in different business areas to share the knowledge and the skills for both foreigners, no matter where you are doing your business. Maybe you're doing your business in China or in your own country or in abroad or around the world. It doesn't matter. And our mission is to share the knowledge and the skills, especially for entrepreneurs, in order to help you to maximize your business and also your own talent. Yeah, for your future, for complete your dream. That's our mission. And we started this business, International Business Corner, from late of 2018. So this year is the third year we're doing this training, and this year we already organized more than 13 webinar, including this one. So like how to build your own branding strategy, which taught by Mr. Kwame. He is the branding professor. So if you have any questions about branding, please come to Mr. Kwame. And we also organized other webinar, like how to build your own team, and how to creating your own competence, different types. So please pay attention to our International Business Corner, and we will continue to cooperate with more and more professors to bring all kinds of knowledges to help you to build your own business. That's right. And also, I hope you can, if you haven't finished registering our website, I hope you can spend maybe 5 minutes after the training, and our register form will close in 1 hour, because we hope to send you the certificate for joining this webinar, like mark, and also as a proof for you, because I think maybe it might be helpful. So only for those who registered, we will send our certificate. Thank you, and hope you have a wonderful Sunday and stay blessed.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much, Catherine, and thank you so much to everyone for joining us. Right. I don't know if there's any word from Kingscel.
Well, I'm available, so if there are any extra questions behind, you can feel free and then reach out anytime, any day.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Kwame, we have heard all about you today too. Any comment or anything you'd like to share also with us before?
Well, actually, I would like to say thanks to Mr. Kingscel for delivering such an informative webinar. I think it's about time you all learn about digital marketing, and due to the corona situation, everything is going digital. So I think it's in our best interest to know something about the internet, or how to do our businesses, like run our businesses on the internet. So thanks a lot for, thanks to OBTC also for hosting such a webinar. And I would like to say I'm humbled how you've received me. I really appreciate it. And anytime, if you have any questions, you always know where to find me. I'm always available on WeChat, on all social media platforms. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you so much to everyone. So if you have any questions, just remember we have a group, the WeChat group. We most of the time on our platforms on the WeChat group, we don't post anything unless it has to do with the next webinar. But besides that, you can always reach out to the various experts based on the training that they've given. So that's all for today, and enjoy your Sunday, and let's keep in touch.
Bye bye. See you next time.